And Will Artino, Malcolm Miller, and Tevin Glass. Ball is up. Game is on. Shepard takes first control. It will be interesting. Who will take the defensive role of guarding Shepard? It looks like it's Kenny Chen to begin this game.
And one thing that's going to be crucial here for the Dreamers is how they defend that pick and roll or that pick and pop as Shepard.
Their initial attack was disrupted by the Dreamers. What do you expect from Formosa here coming in front of his raucous home crowd? Obviously wanting to get back from a loss yesterday.
Well, I think for Formosa, they're going to have to be more aggressive in the post. They're also to shoot it from the outside rather than him penetrating through the heart of the defense.
How important is it for the Dreamers to have Will Artino have a good start? Yeah. They did not have that from him yesterday.
That's definitely very important because that's going to put a lot of pressure on Nana Egu, who is a very integral defender for the Westports Malaysia Dragons as well.
Egu forces that, and it's a miss. Miller also had a rough start yesterday, missed his first 5 attempts against the Saigon Heat. 2-0.
We're going to be paying attention to all afternoon.
Shepard usually handles that basketball. You see why. Get the free throw though. So we're tied up at 2 apiece. 8:40 remaining in the first. Pick and roll between Miller and Artino. Will. Mid-range is good.
We see very similar type of game that Artino has with Nana Egu. They also like to set the top ball screen, and their range allows them to hang around that free throw area.
Once again, now it's the Malaysia on offense. Shepard doing everything, and he gets the bounce there, also looking for a foul.
And you see how dangerous Shepard is when he gets into that shaded area. Not even Will Artino can shot block him.
Interesting matchup here between Glass and Eversley. Tevin will settle for that outside shot. Doesn't go. Artino tries to come up with something. He was asking for a foul, but he was actually the one who hooked the arm of Egu.
That's right. Good observation.
Back to the side of the Dragons we go. Shepard and Egu. Again, that two-man game. Very early in this match, actually, it has brought a lot of problems to Formosa, but that time, Shepard could not get that shot. Glass, all alone, easy lay-in.
So that's 4 straight possessions that they run that top ball screen for Winston Shepard. And that last time, Kenny Chen doing a better job forcing the jumper instead of the penetration.
The Dragons making the defense of Formosa work.
That is the shot that you want to give up to the Westports Malaysia Dragons. They're actually the worst three-point shooting team in the league, averaging just about 28% as a team.
About 7 minutes remaining in the opening period. Eversley goes straight to the basket, no good. Lee leading the break. Here's Kenny Chen met by Shepard. Still a lot of time on the shot clock. Formosa, where do they go? Screen set by Glass. Miller puts up the 3. Quick trigger there, doesn't work. On the other side, Eversley uses his body. Another miss for him. Chin stopped on his tracks, and they had to reset the off.
You talk about Kenny Chen, you talk about Tevin Glass, and even Malcolm Miller. And Miller matched up against his defender right now. I believe that's Chin. Really has an advantage.
Shepard misses.
And that's the shot you want to give Winston Shepard. That's back-to-back misses off a jumper.
Well, after scoring that first shot, he just has gone cold here. Sorry miss, however, for Artino, and that's going to be a turn. Was really upset.
Unfortunately, there's no review of that call.
And you'll build that to breaks of the game.
2-3 zone right now.
Play basketball.
That time, 2-3 zone for the Dragons. Actually, I think is a good ploy. Force the Dreamers to beat you from the outside.
Let's see where the Dragons go this time. Shepard out to Eversley. 8 on the 24. Chris going out. Oh, what a high looping shot. Jonathan Wong providing.
And, Jonathan Wong, 22 points off the bench in their last game. He was actually the only guy who scored off the bench. That's his role. Comes out strong, comes out aggressive, especially on the offensive end.
Artino gets it back Floating one over Egwu.
And that is a nice sweeping hook there on the part of Will Artino. I think between the two big men, he's the more polished in terms of offensive skills.
He has many ways to score, that's for sure. Wong again now sending it out to Shepard. Egwu with the slip, ball deflected, 5 on the shot clock. Eversley creating one for himself, and that's his first bucket. That can really get him going.
Sweet street stroke there coming from Chris Eversley.
Artino again. That's a sweet spot.
A little bit of pressure here right now. Shui Lin. There's actually sort of a zone trap now, dropping back to a man-to-man.
Now it's going to be Lee guarding Shepard. So a huge height advantage for Winston Shepard. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Look for this guy to attack. He does, and he draws the ABCOM from the offensive end. They are the lowest they have the lowest shooting percentage in the league, just 37%.
One of the reasons why they're the lowest scoring team at 85%, but they are the 2 worst teams in terms of scoring, in terms of points per game.
Everything about shooting that basketball, Marco. Malaysia is dead last so far in the league. Points, field goal percentage, 3-point field goal percentage, and even from the free throw line.
But you know what the difference is? That for Formosa, the reason why they are scoring just 85 points per game is because they have such a slow pace. They're a very deliberate half-court squad. So that's the reason why they do not get as many points as, let's say, the Macau Black Bears or San Miguel Ala Pilipinas.
That's one way to score, though. Clean up the mess of an opponent, a teammate, rather. Eversley with a putback there. Lee using that pick from Glass. They get it in. Tevin Glass over the defense of Shepard.
And Tevin Glass so far one of the top scorers for his team right now. 6 points already. Artino has 7.
Malaysia once again, the Dragons. Eversley backing down Glass. Eversley with a turnaround. Tough shot is good.
That's a tough shot, especially spinning to the baseline. And against Tevin Glass, who stands about 6'7", 6'8".
Here's Malcolm Miller. Has yet to make his mark here. And another miss for him.
That's a wide open shot there for Malcolm Miller. Normally is able to make that.
Wong from outside, no. And that's actually the first statistic for Miller. A rebound, however, he adds another stat, which was a turnover, as that ball was taken away. That's Yek making the most of that.
Clean swipe there from Yek. Miller did not expect he was going to get that steal.
Miller to lead. They want Artino in the post against Eversley. Will Artino, the finesse of the big man.
And the patience in the post despite that double team from Jonathan Wong.
Shepard attacking Chen, leaving it for Egwu. What a block! Jenny Chen closes the door.
Against the 6'11", Nana Egwu.
Glass facing up Eversley. Artino will try from outside. Not that time. Miller almost getting the recovery. However, the Dragons throw it away. Glass, his turn to try from deep. He connects.
Tevin Glass feeling it here in the first quarter. Already with 9 points.
Was the leading scorer yesterday, and up to this point of this ball game, again leading Formosa.
First quarter, they really could not get their game going right now. So far doing a better job offensively and defensively as well.
Dragons, Wong ran out of time. About 47 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's the Formosa Dreamers up by 4. Miller still scoreless. Malcolm involves Tevin Glass. That guy has a bunch of points already. Could not add more.
That was well challenged on the part of Shepard, staying in front and challenging that jumper from Tevin Glass.
Egwu swinging it. Jonathan Wong. The kick out. They're moving it. Excellent rotation, but not the result they were looking for. Good tap out.
That's a nice extra possession there for the Dragons. Good ball movement for them, good patience so far.
Egu will try from outside. Still nothing. Tianlei with a rebound. 4 seconds remaining for the Dreamers. Glass. Extra pass. Cheng sent back. EBL, this is season 9, and we're also thanking the COO, Mr. Jericho Ilagan, for putting everything in order. Happy birthday, sir.
Yes, advance happy birthday.
Now it's the second quarter, and for Formosa, only 2 men have scored. That's Artino and Glass, but that has been enough for them to take a 4-point lead. On the other side, Miller attack that Miller, well, it wasn't that difficult for him to get up and reject that shot.
But he has to be more aggressive, especially on the offensive end.
Miller still cannot score. Malcolm Miller in a bad mood here to open up the game. 0 for 3.
You won't realize, or you won't think that he's one of the funny guys on this Westports Malaysian Dragons squad, but outside of the game, is really plays a lot of stunts on his teammates. Earlier, he was shooting half-court shots. One of the glue guys as well for these Dragons.
Shepard leading the break. Winston almost losing it. Jin Chenghua, his pass. Do you just put shots up, trust in your ability?
You remember what happened yesterday, Judd, when the thing that got him going was his trip to the free throw line. He saw the ball go into the hoop, and then after that, I believe he hit a 3-point shot. So I think this early, he has to not settle for those jumpers, try to take it strong, possibly draw a foul, get to the foul line, and then
turnovers like those, maybe make foolish errors on the defensive end.
Sometimes that's what they call quicksand, when this seems like there's nothing you can do right.
Yeah, but Miller is much smarter than that. You know that he's gonna get himself going as he gets that steal. Chen out to Cheng. 3-ball, no good. He recovered though. Malcolm Miller finally a bucket for him.
And that's possibly what he needs. How about the court vision there from Tianlei? That's one of the reasons why he's an integral part of this squad. A veteran big man, plays great defense, does not really score a lot, but also with the ability to find open teammates.
Missed about 2 months of action for the Dreamers. Just returned yesterday, but his presence immediately felt. Now Egu also, after being unable to contribute anything on the scoring end in the first quarter, gets on the board. Cheng Wei on now to Tianlei. Second miss for Cheng. Now on the run. Egu with the spin. Beautiful move for a big man.
How about that footwork there from Egu? What did we talk about after that layup? Malcolm Miller all of a sudden heating up.
Shepard not appreciating the bump he got from Tianlei. Immediately consulting the referee. Wasn't that a foul, he asked. Sidestep doesn't work. Winston also getting frustrated here.
Yeah.
Now Miller. And look at that! Look at that! That's 7 straight points for him.
And he's the type of import who can just light it up and string up baskets in a hurry. 7 quick points, as you mentioned.
After calling him out for missing his first 4 attempts, he has made his last 3.
Artino picks up that personal. So that's going to be two personal fouls on Artino.
Coach Dean Murray, however, just leaving him on the floor, trusting that he won't stay away from foul trouble. Artino, what a spin!
That's a 360 on the ground for Will Artino. We talked about footwork.
And he's showing it with Coach Perlman of Westports. I think Coach Jamie Perlman was asking for a traveling violation.
That's another missed 3-pointer here for the Dragons, who are currently 0 for 5 from long distance.
And Glass explodes past
60 pirouette there for Will Artino.
Good contest for Miller. Giving up nothing easy. Woo Sung Wei seeing action here after receiving a coach's decision, DNP, yesterday.
And now everybody getting into the scoring picture. Cheng Wei banks that from about 10 feet.
First 2 points of Formosa that did not come from their 3 imports. Egwu, now it's with Shepard. Winston bodying in, not getting that. Ball is loose, Miller collects.
How about the defensive effort from the Formosa Dreamers? Really doing a number on Winston Shepard.
Great defense there from Wong, forcing a turnover. From outside, Malaysia connects. Yek Liang Chuan.
First 3-pointer of the game for the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Much needed answer.
And that's also, Marco, their first assisted field goal.
That's right.
Martino almost losing it. Nice pass there, the backdoor cut from Glass.
And you know, the imports of the Dreamers, not really the most outstanding physical specimens, but they just have great chemistry among the 3 of them.
And yesterday we were talking how many teams have yet to change imports. There are just a handful of them. By my unofficial count, I think there are 3. And Formosa, one of those. You'll see the reason why. These 3 guys, Miller, Glass, and Artino, just know how to play together.
And it's a big contrast to last season where they finally used about 6 imports in total as Malcolm Miller continues his hot shooting.
Yek attacking. He's looking to provide a spark here.
And with Artino with 2 personal fouls, could not do much except stay vertical.
Remember the time in this game when Malcolm Miller was struggling? Because I don't. It seems far history now. The entry pass, Miller again.
And again, the interior defense of the Dragons, especially since Will Artino likes to play from the perimeter. Late help there from Nana Egwu.
Eversley using his strength, leaving it for Egwu, doesn't get the bounce. A rebound for Glass.
Dreamers also doing a good job limiting Westports to just 1 attempt per possession.
Miller, the jumper, not this time. Winston Shepard, he's really looking for the contact. Now the problem, correct me if I'm wrong, but the problem now, as they look for fouls, they become the ones initiating the contact.
That's right. And you know, and the more that he tries to take it on himself, the less his teammates feel connected. And when you cannot get the rhythm offensively, sometimes your defense suffers as well.
Oh, they're forcing Formosa to misses. That was a 3 from Woo Song Wei that did not work. Jonathan Wong could not get past the defense.
Artino doing a great job staying with the smaller and quicker Jonathan Wong.
Artino wants it, gives it to Miller. And Wong was...
You know, seeing how the Dreamers play right now, that game yesterday seems like ages ago. As Woo Sung Wei, once again, another 3-point shot for the Dreamers.
How about Cheng Wei? He made everyone think that he was looking for one of the imports and then spotted an open Woo Sung Wei. Another assist, and this Formosa lead has grown to 15. Wong answers with his own 3.
That's a big answer, much needed for the Dragons to try to stay within striking distance. Still a minute and a half to go.
Cheng Wei gets that basketball back against Yek. Kenny Chen still a bit silent here. Woo open again. Woo connects once more.
And you know, last season Woo Sung Wei was a 50% 3-point shooter. Right now, still perfect 2 of 2.
Oh boy, just when you thought the Dragons, they did something good by getting the 3 points back. But now Jonathan Wong gets a deuce.
That's a good answer for them, but they're going to have to make stops on this end of the floor. Otherwise, Dreamers will be content to just trade baskets.
Under a minute remaining in the first half. Ken Lei setting that backdoor screen. Tien will take the 3. Almost there. This stadium was ready to erupt.
Would have brought the house down.
The Dragons will start their offense with Shepard. Egwu ready to help, but Winston takes it by himself. The pass Did not get it. What a burst they had here in the second quarter. Cheng, the hesitation. Kick out to Wu. A dribble in. No good. Cheng Wei, the putback. No.
It was a much better second quarter here for the Dreamers.
But the Dragons can end this on a positive note. They draw.
This has to be a catch and shoot here.
And that's a big block. Court play has dictated this ball game. The three imports of the Formosa Dreamers have combined for 36 points on 15 for 26 shooting, while the imports of the Dragons have combined for only 16 points and are shooting a combined 7 for 24 from the field. Shepard only has 4 points, continues to struggle. He's now 2 for 9.
And you know, outside of those first 2 penetrations, Judd, pretty much Formosa just allowing Shepard to take shots from the outside, and he has been ineffective from there.
And Glass, he was half surprised that the lane was so wide open. He hung for a bit. Took about a split second before he started his attack.
Kevin Glass, once he gets that type of momentum going to the basket, very difficult to stop.
What does Malaysia need to do here? Oh,
so far they've outscored the Dragons 22-16 in the paint, 7-4 in terms of fast breaks.
Now it's a half-court set for the Dreamers. They're looking for Miller. Ball reversal. Malcolm Miller running through staggered screens. Artino thought about it, puts up the 3, it's a miss. Shepard with the running start.
Better defensive sequence there for Egu.
Now it's the Dragons' turn. Egu. Now it's Shepard. Eversley has 8 points. His total stays there, and the rebound taken by the Dreamers. Artino wanted to send it out to Miller. Glass bumping into...
Forcing Shepard to take a couple of steps back and have to kick the ball out to other teammates.
Miller left open. The line on the 3.
Almost a dead shot there from Malcolm Miller. Shoots at 44% from that area.
That was also excellent patience on the part of Will Artino. He was being double-teamed, but he did not lose control of his attack. Shepard, finally a bucket for him.
The last time Shepard was able to get that close to the basket probably was way back in the first quarter.
And he has been guarded mostly by a local in this game too.
In terms of defending Kevin Glass in the post.
Shepard now has 6 points and 8 rebounds. Egu was caught there.
Is making those steals or swiping at the basketball.
The Dragons still down by 18 points. Shepard looking for a teammate. Egu with a couple of seconds remaining. Now it's Eversley, has to put it up. Chris Eversley, right in the nick of time.
That's just a tough shot there from Eversley, and nothing but the bottom of the net.
How can the Dreamers respond? Miller has it against Eversley. A zone now being deployed here. Man zone, actually, by the Dragons. Artino to the cutting glass. Highlight on the way. Artino to glass. Big-to-big connection.
One of the underrated skills of Will Artino is that he's such an excellent passer. That time, pinpoint pass to Kevin Glass.
6 assists already for Will Artino. And we are officially putting him on triple-double watch as he has 11 points and 11 rebounds as well.
We'll have defense there coming on the penetration from Chin.
Chin just breaking down the defense. Now he's the one on the defensive end of Lee Shui Lin. Couple of screens. They go to Glass. Artino asking for it. 2 was rock the rim.
That's just great chemistry and familiarity with the tendencies of your teammate.
Shepard. Eversley wanted to get that into Yek. Coach Jamie Perlman. With the long arms of the Dreamers, it's also become difficult for the Dragons to send those inside passes. Shepard out to Egu. Straight away three, doesn't work. Tan up high for that rebound. Jonathan Wong, after the ball fake, still nothing, and it's Formosa getting control.
And you know, that's another great defensive stop there for the Dreamers. Excellent defensive ploy, forcing Shepard to go to the baseline.
Miller with the pass to Martino. It seemed off for a bit, but it worked for the Dreamers.
Assist number 20 for the home squad. You just love how these imports share the basketball among each other.
And that's already more than their average. They norm 19.4 assists a game as a team. But that assist was from Shepard to Egu. Probably the easiest bucket they had.
That time, Shepard really imposing his will against Kenny Chen.
Lee against Tan. They swing it to the right side. Lee Shui Lin, mid-range. Doesn't work. Kevin Glass working hard to get an extra possession. The reset. Kenny Chen. Now it's Lee. Circling the ball to Miller. Three. Good.
One of the smoothest jumpers you're going to see here in the ABL. Malcolm Miller.
Eversley straight to the basket, just exploiting the defense. It's now a 17-point lead for the Formosa Dreamers.
The Dreamers will be content just trading baskets with the Dragons at this stage.
If you're Malaysia, what's your way to get back into this game? Definitely not that. The Formosa Dreamers.
And you saw the quarter scoring on your screens. Formosa so far still outscoring the Dragons 12-10 here after 28-17 second quarter for them.
Marco, do you see any opportunity or advantage maybe that the Dragons have that they haven't been able to expose and capitalize on?
Well, so far right now with the way the Dreamers force turnovers, but you know, Dragons not really known as a team that likes to force turnovers or likes to press because they only use a short rotation, about 8 players on the average for Coach Jamie Perlman.
Shepard saw the lane and attacked it, gets the 2 points.
And if they can get more of that and make stops on this end, or just try to challenge and force the Dreamers to lower percentage shots.
For the Dragons too, do you see any kind of player? I mean, what's the mode of player that could be an additional help? Do they need a shooter, someone who can facilitate outside Shepard?
Well, yes, I think they probably need somebody who can facilitate outside of Shepard so that he does not have to take most of the scoring load or the ball handling load. They probably need another shooter as well to complement Chris Eversley.
Here's Cheng Wei out to Tian Lei. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. AU has continued to fight for the Westports Malaysia Dragons.
And you know, with Shepard with most or the majority of the ball handling duties, that also takes a lot of his energy from having to play defense.
You see him there, stopped on his tracks. He gets the ball right back. It doesn't always
Plays Kevin Glass because now you have a quicker and more agile big man in Artino to be the last defender or last line defender.
Martino. Cheng Wei looking for Tian Lei in the post. Tian has it. The spin. Loses control. The kick out to no one. At the end of this season, he wasn't a big factor in terms of numbers, but the intangibles, the experience that he brings into this team.
He's a solid backup big man who'll give you the rebound.
At 34 remaining in the third quarter. Shepard, that was a great seal for him, but couldn't get the shot. The putback, the jam.
And don't look now, it's just a 10-point advantage for the Dreamers with still 1 in 20 remaining here in the third.
Miller spots Artino. Will, couple of spins, able to draw early on. The Dreamers was because they couldn't make shots even from the free throw line. And they were left to wonder, what if we made a few more of those? We would have taken the win. Another miss for the Dragons.
Everything but the shot for Jonathan Wong.
Miller looking for Artino. Ball with the big man. Fall away. Doesn't get the bounce. Rebound Shepard. Malaysia running. Wong open. Money on the three.
That's a big shot right there. Trims the lead to single digits.
Miller responds on the other side.
How big has Malcolm Miller been in today's ballgame, really making a good comeback from yesterday's subpar outing.
And Eversley attacks the defense of Artino.
Chance for Formosa to take the last shot of the third.
The Dragons have made strides here, refusing to give up. They're looking to get one stop here against the Dreamers. Miller goes to Artino. Will loses the basketball and
this game. 2-2-1 right now.
Oh, a costly turnover for the Dragons. Miller zigzagging his way. Malcolm Miller steps back, jumper, quick trigger, but they do get the ball back.
I was about to say that was early in their shot clock, but second chance opportunity for the guys in white.
Lee out to Kenny Chen. Chen sent back by cross screen, freeing up Will Artino, too strong. Rebound taken by...
I'd say they need a basket, trim it down to 8, possibly even 7, make it a 3-possession game.
Look at the spacing right now for Malaysia. Pretty much a 5-out offensive scheme. But the defense of Formosa quick to react. They get the stop and the steal.
And this is one of the reasons why it's so important that Kenny Chen is on the floor. He's been the most effective defender against Winston Shepard.
10-point lead now for Formosa. Can they add more? 7 on the 24. Lee Shui Lin out to Glass. Working his way. Spins. Tough shot. Tevin Glass hits the front of the rim. Shepard with a running start. Winston Shepard.
So far what we have seen this entire season.
Eversley. He can knock down shots too. Not that time though.
That was actually a great baseline play. Wide open shot for Eversley. Just not able to connect. Still scoreless from long distance is Eversley.
Artino again. Artino, ball rims out. A chance for the Dragons. Eversley on the left side. I don't think Wong spotted him, but no problem because Jonathan Wong delivers that basketball through the hoop.
Never bashful about taking those shots. Jonathan Wong, they will just oblige any of those shop talk.
Wong. Chen, look at him lock. Assist, a steal in the block. But the intangibles.
Yeah, the intangibles, exactly. The defense that he has played against Winston Shepard has probably been one of the main differences.
Wong actually had a good look, but decided to pass it out. Egwu, long shot, long rebound for him as well. Pass deflected. Taken away by Formosa. It would have been easy 2 points for the Dragons.
The quick hands of the Dreamers. They're the #1 team in terms of steals in the league, averaging about 8 a game.
And what a finish from Malcolm Miller.
Another assist for the Dreamers.
Yeah, it was a finish for Artino, but coming off a pass from Miller. Malaysia gets an extra possession, but Lee Shui Lin takes it away. Miller to Glass, down the lane, no good. Tevin asking for a foul. Westports on the run. Shepard stripped from behind. A little bit out of the confidence of Westports in executing their offense.
And, you know, it's unfortunate that we do not keep a stat for number of deflections as yet. It's a long 3. Draw them down to single digits.
Yek Yang Chuan saying, what deflections are you talking about? Here's a 3. Talk about this. 9-point lead for the Dreamers. They're staying patient now on offense. Artino looking to attack. It's all game. 71-62, the Dreamers ahead. Egwu and Shepard, 2-man game. Shepard to the cut-in Jonathan Wong.
That's another deflection.
Glass far ahead. The Dreamers will reset their offense. Good transition defense for the Westports Dragons. And great defense as well as they take the ball away. Eversley to the cup, no good.
Oh, that's a careless turnover there on the part of Malcolm Miller.
Actually, both teams have been careless on opposite ends. Malaysia looking for Egu. Ball with him now. Sets the screen for Eversley. Shot is good. Chris Eversley. Within 6 points, 71 to 65. We are in for a treat here to end the ball game. But how was Malaysia able to climb back, Marco?
Again, forcing turnovers, being more aggressive, sharing the basketball better, especially. You know, Chris Eversley, what a time for him to hit his first three-pointer of the game.
They get a stop again. Artino misses there. Yank. Almost traveled there. Wong looking for space, loses control.
That's another deflection for the Dreamers. That has saved them from many a basket of the Dragons.
Artino against Egu. Miller with a pick from Artino. That doesn't work. And ball.
Juncture of the game. Just have to make sure that you get the possession.
Lee against Sieg. Lee Shui Lin, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Kenny Chen from deep, no good. Wong, open. Not this time though, and that's going to be a big rebound taken by Kenny Chen.
And you wonder whether Winston Shepherd might have been better served just attacking the basket.
Formosa again, drawing the foul. Couple of misses from the free throw line for Formosa. That one was from Chien.
Got to set up half court here.
Big set by Egu. Shepherd. Not the best of offensive attacks because of the poor spacing there.
Jonathan Wong was actually wide open on the wing.
Here come the Dreamers. 3 and 15 left in the game. They're up by 7. Miller using that pick from Artino. Neither team can get field goals in at this point. They've only gotten 7 assists.
I think it's also one of the big differences, not having as much flow to their offense. Formosa coming out with a zone off of that timeout, forcing the Dragons to an outside shot.
Like you said, the Dragons not that efficient from deep. Miller. Westports getting up on pick. Still a miss for Formosa. They're looking to attack now. Eversley.
You need to get a good possession here if you're the Dragons.
Oh, great stop there from Glass and Artino. Shepherd recovers. Out to Egu. Three-pointer is good.
And that's the first three-pointer of the game for Nana Egu.
Down to a 4-point advantage for Formosa.
10 of 11 from the stripe.
Back to a 6-point lead for the Dreamers. The visiting Dragons on the offensive. Shepherd makes his dribble up. 5 seconds left on their shot clock. Eversley. And they were really limited to outside shots in that possession.
That's a great defensive stop from the guys in white, just collapsing in the paint, preventing the penetration.
Shepherd takes the ball away. Miller will give chase to Eversley. That's an easy deuce.
Another nice assist coming from Winston Shepherd.
The Dreamers now feeling the pressure of this comeback. 90 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Cannot afford a useless foul here. Dragons are in the penalty.
It was a similar scenario to what we saw yesterday, just flipping it. As yesterday it was Formosa mounting the late comeback. Can they hold on today? 1:10 remaining. Shepherd gets away. Oh, loses control of the basketball.
What the hell defense from Malcolm Miller from the weak side.
We thought that it would be Artino who would get to that, but Will Artino has only had 1 assist here in the second half.
Need to get something quick here if you're the Dragons.
Top, what exactly are you giving up?
You're showing a little, let's say for example, you're helping off your defender on the weak side a little so you discourage Winston Shepard from attacking the lane.
Eversley actually had an excellent look.
Makes both free throws. It's a 3-possession game. You don't even have to score if you're Formosa. You just need to get another stop here.
Shepard getting to the cup, floating it in.
14 seconds or 10 seconds, they have a better chance inbounding.
Glass, double team. Gets away, Artino has it. He wants to score, and Will Artino does!
That's possibly the ball game right there.
That was a dart to the heart of the Westports Malaysia Dragons. Shepard still carving out some space. They foul Miller, or not yet. But Formosa escapes. They were able to get that second glass with that exclamation point.
What a team effort here for the Formosa Dreamers. Malcolm Miller, the composure, not to turn the ball over.
One last save for Winston Shepard, but